For many students in the United States, the barriers that stand between them and a successful education are formidable. The will to succeed is all too often diminished by the realities of poverty. For them, it is a struggle that is suffered in silence.
You have children that are more frequently growing up in single-parent homes and in poverty, and the trauma associated with some of that is really significant.
Losing my mom, that really hurt me. I'm one of 7 siblings, and I'm the second oldest. I had a lot of responsibilities to take up, knowing that I had got little sisters and brothers looking at me. It was times where I felt like I wanted to give up, where I didn't see a future for myself.
We have a very high poverty rate here. Oftentimes, as a student becomes a middle schooler and soon a high schooler, they're part of the family financial plan to try to support the people that they love.
When I come home from school, I help take care of my baby sister, because when my mom comes from work, then my dad leaves.
Our students, specifically in an urban environment, are coming to school with a variety of needs. We're constantly looking for ways to be able to provide more service to our students, not only just to educate them, but to also just, add to their quality of life.
Most of these people, they're in like jail or juvie for like the young kids right now because they don't know how to express their feelings. Like they go and do something that they shouldn't do because they don't got somebody there to talk to.
The stark reality is that the number of obstacles facing these students outweigh the support public schools have to help them achieve.
These are the kids that are going to lead our future. Now, what do you want these kids to become? Because it can go either way. They're going to be a part of this democracy, whether it be on the bad side or the good side. You need to invest on this side. Because when you have children that aspire to be great, children that aspire to be dynamic citizens, it changes society.
It's quite easier to turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to those things that don't concern you. However, I am of the opinion that we live in a community, and in that community, there are all aspects of life.
It'd been times where I felt like I had nobody at my corner. So coming in here to community and schools, I see the teachers and staff members really care about each student.
You have to have some of your very best educators, some of your very best programming, and some of your very best stakeholders and partners on the sidelines helping these kids, or they won't make it. They won't make it. They need the supports.
I see not only progress, but success. I see that students are receiving the supports that they need to be successful in school, whether they be family supports or mental health support or simply tutoring, whatever a student needs. It's really Communities in Schools' goal and their mission to identify what those needs are, provide those to students, and have them then be successful.
So many of our teachers go out on a limb and stretch themselves very thin in order to support these students. And having Communities in Schools here allows us to support the students and then in turn support the staff and the entire school.
My goal is to have these kids stay in school, and that means not suspending them, not throwing them out the door, because you send them home, you're sending them to a place that they might not want to be at. Positive peer interactions, that's less that they're going to cause a problem in the community. Whether that be, staying past curfew, running around with the wrong crowd, being involved in gangs. The community sees the impact because they see less violence in the community.
Once you can get a kid to believe, and they are already tough, they've already had some issues, there's not much that's going to scare them. So when they get a hold of success, they're going to grasp it, they're going to clench it, and they're never going to let it go. Look out, that's going to be a trailblazer.
I'm only the third person in my whole family to receive a diploma. I can't explain how much that means to not only me, but to my family.
Every young person can have a life, even though they're unstable, even though they're unpredictable, even if they're angry, that they still can have a life that has meaning. And I believe in that. And that's why I feel so strongly about this work.
It's relationships, not programs, that change children.